Come on in. You guys can have a seat over here.
Thanks, Lilly.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't seen you at the clinic lately. I know that you were coming to the women's group, and you were really enjoying it. You were coming in regularly. Everyone has been asking about you since you haven't been around.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. No need to apologize. Thanks again for allowing us to come over today. We're glad that we were finally able to get a hold of you. And you remember Jeannette, the clinical team lead? She came with me today.
Yeah, why is she here, though? I don't get why you couldn't have just come alone and talked to me. No offense, Jeannette. I just haven't been in touch with the clinic because a lot has been going on right now. I feel very overwhelmed now having to share this with two people instead of you, Adrian.
Well, Lily, I understand that you have a good relationship with Adrian, and she asked me to come because we didn't hear from you for a long time, and you're such a positive presence at the clinic, and you seem to enjoy the activities there. We were both worried that something big was going on since I haven't seen you. And Adrian just asked me to come along in case you needed anything, and we have some additional resources, and if you feel more comfortable talking with Adrian alone, I can step out.
No, it's okay. Sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude. I'm just so stressed out. I've been feeling more depressed than usual, you know. I was doing so well for a long time, and now I'm back to feeling as depressed as I was before I started coming to the clinic.
You know, I can see it in your eyes, Lily. You definitely don't seem yourself. Can you share with me with what you've been going through?
Yeah, I guess that's why you're here, right?
We're here to support you with whatever you're experiencing right now. We have been worried about you.
Oh, I don't even know where to begin. I guess the biggest thing, I'll just get this out of the way, is that I'm pregnant. I took an at-home test last week and I couldn't believe it. So I took another one and sure enough, I'm pregnant. It even feels weird just saying it out loud.
Wow, this is very big news, Lily. What are you feeling about your pregnancy?
Well, I couldn't believe it at first. I cried when it finally hit me, and I definitely can't afford a baby. I was just getting my own life together. How am I supposed to raise a baby alone?
Alone? You were with Sean last I knew. Is he involved in all of this?
Involved? That's a loaded question. Yeah, I mean, he's involved as in he's definitely the father, but he sure as hell isn't involved anymore.
What do you mean by that?
He left me. Sean left me. I told him I was pregnant when he was high, and he blew up on me. He told me I was lying, but when I showed him the pregnancy test, he had no choice but to believe me.
I'm disappointed to hear that Sean is using meth again. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, he's been smoking meth for about a month now. When I found out, I was really mad. I begged him to quit, but he said he was happier like this. He said he could tolerate me better when he was high, so I just dealt with it.
Okay, wow. So Sean is using again, and you were saying that he blew up on you when he found out that you were pregnant?
Yeah, he left too. He told me he needed to think. He was so mad that night, acting so crazy, he left. But at that point, he was too crazy for me to even handle.
Did he become violent with you, Lily?
No, surprisingly, because, you know, we only hit each other when we're using. But since I haven't used in months and he hadn't beaten up on me until lately, things have been a bit better. He just left. I haven't heard from him at all since then. His friends won't tell me anything. They pretend to not know what's going on. I feel so alone. Here I am pregnant with this guy's kid and he's nowhere to be found. I don't think he's coming back either. He would have been a crappy father anyways. I never thought I'd be alone and pregnant like my mom was. I never thought I'd be a single mother.
Oh, Lily, I cannot even imagine what you're experiencing right now. You don't deserve what he said about tolerating you. I know that you and Sean have been together, but I know that there's a history of fights and arguments that never really end well. What are you thinking about the Sean situation right now?
Well, I stopped caring after a week of crying for him all day and night. I don't even want him around. He made me feel good only when he was feeling good. Other than that, he was mean and controlling. The women's group helped me realize that I didn't have to put up with the abuse.
That's right. You never have to put up with any kind of abuse. It seems that Sean was physically abusive at times, but also emotionally abusive towards you.
Yeah, that's why I don't want him around.
I think that that's a good way of thinking of it right now. It's very important that we focus on you, given your current situation. But I'm concerned that if Sean is using and he left angrily, that he might come back. What do you think about that?
I have thought about it, and like I said, he's definitely not coming back into my life after what he's done. I wouldn't let him in the door even if he tried.
I'm definitely glad that you thought about this already. But let's say worst comes to worst and Sean shows up, he's high, he's banging on your door, and he wants to see you. What would you do? Do you have a plan?
Yeah, my plan is to lock him out. I don't think he could get. I don't think he could get in, even if he wanted to. I always keep the double lock on since it's a crappy neighborhood, anyways. Man, now he's making me be afraid of being in my own home. I really hate him.
Well, Lily, let me add, we don't want you to feel afraid to be in your own home. And I've worked in the domestic violence victims before, and I know it's important to have a plan when you're in a situation where you don't feel safe. So of course, you can call 911 if he does show up. If you ever feel unsafe for other reasons, you can call. We have a hotline number. It's a 24-hour crisis line with people that can talk you through things. And also, never hesitate to call us here at the clinic. If you're in an emergency or if you're just feeling afraid, you can call us if you need some help.
Okay, thank you. That helps to know. Gosh, I just hate him for leaving me pregnant with no boyfriend and no options.
I can definitely understand why you feel this way towards him. He was using drugs and being emotionally abusive to you, which is never acceptable. I can imagine you feel very hurt that he's left you when he found out that you were pregnant. It's hard enough to go through this on your own.
Yeah, well, this is my life. It's always been hard, but never this hard. Now you understand why I didn't want to be around the clinic. You're the first person I've even shared this with. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm so embarrassed, and I'm so lost.
Lily, I hear what you're saying. This is a really tough situation, and I can understand why you feel lost. But please don't be embarrassed. There are tons of people that have gone through similar situations as to what you're going through right now, so it's only natural that you feel this way. Don't ever be ashamed of what you feel, though. Feel it when you feel it. That's what I always say. It has been a very difficult few weeks for you, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Well, we're so glad that you're sharing with us. It really takes a lot of strength to share such tough situations with others. But you did it now, and now you have me and Jeannette on your side, and the team at the clinic if you want them to be involved.
I don't want anyone else to know about this.
I understand, and of course, you have my word that everything that you're sharing with us will just stay between me and Jeannette, of course.
Yeah, and you have my word on that too.
So Lily, I know that this has probably taken a lot of energy to share what you've shared with us already today, but I'm wondering if, since we're here, you'd want to talk about other options and ways that we can help you.
I mean, I have been letting this go on too long. If you wouldn't have come here, I don't know if I would have made it into the clinic on my own. So yes, I think I would like to discuss some options.
Good. Well, as far as pregnancy goes, have you thought about plans?
I've thought about raising the child alone, and I don't think I can do it.
You don't think you can be a mother?
Well, I know I can be a mother, but at least not right now. I mean, look at this place. Look at me. I'm a mental patient. I haven't been able to work. I'm a mess. I never wanted to be pregnant.
I don't like hearing that you think of yourself like that, Lily. I think of you as someone who has experienced a lot of hardship in your life, and you're someone that has faced a lot of challenges and really overcome. Many people are not strong enough to do what you have done. And up until these events, you were making some significant improvements. And from my perspective, it seems like your life was really changing for the better. Would you agree with me on that?
I mean, I guess so.
Okay. So you say that you cannot be a mother. Have you thought about other alternatives?
What, like getting an abortion?
Well, terminating the pregnancy is always an option. What do you think about that?
I mean, I hate the idea. I know that my mother didn't want to have me. She was poor and she had, mental issues. But she went, through with it. Life has definitely been hard, but at least I had the chance to live. But my life has been hell, and I don't think I could do better for a child right now. It didn't deserve a crappy life like I had, but it does deserve to live.
Those are really good points, Lily, and I'm glad that you thought about these things already. It definitely shows your insight and selflessness that you do want a better life for your child, and you're willing to admit that you may not be able to provide that for him. What I'm hearing from you now is that raising a child is not an option. Is that right?
Yes, I'm nowhere near ready to raise a child.
Okay. Since raising the child yourself is not an option, and neither is terminating the pregnancy, I'm wondering if you thought about adoption.
Wow, adoption. That's crossed my mind, but I have so many concerns about giving my child to someone else. I'll never see it again, and I know that after 9 months of being pregnant, it'll be devastating to never see it again.
I see. I think that that would be a very hard thing to do as well. I know that there is such a thing as an open adoption where you would be able to have contact with both the adoptive parents and the child. There are really all kinds of conditions for adoption, if that's something that you're interested in.
It's just a lot to process. I'm not really too sure.
Okay, well, I wanted to add that it's a lot to take in at once. We've talked about a lot today already, and we don't want you to feel like you have to make a decision right now. We just want to make sure that you know all of your options. Difficult decision, and it's probably going to require some more information and some thought, so just think about it.
Jeanette's right, Lily. What would you think about talking to a professional who knows more about adoptions? We do at the clinic have a relationship with an outside agency that specializes in adoptions. And they'd be more than willing to sit down with you, talk to you about all of the options. And even if you decide not to choose adoption, you'd be provided with more information.
I don't think I really want to have to retell my story to a stranger. What if they judge me? I'm such a disappointment.
Lily, if it would ease your worries at all, I'd be more than willing to contact the agency, set up a meeting, and even go there with you. That way you wouldn't have to feel so alone. And you feel like they might judge you, which is understandable, but this agency is really full of professionals, just like Jeannette and I, who believe in what we're doing. So these professionals would really believe in the idea of adoption.
And just so you know also, I worked with, this agency has worked with clients from our clinic before, and the clients have reported that the staff was very understanding and helpful. It's their job to provide you with anything you want to know and walk you through what to expect. And they're also held to the same ethical standards that we are here at the clinic.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to go and get some more information. Adrian, can you still come with me like you said you would?
Absolutely. We're glad that you're agreeing to this, Lily. It's important to us that you know that you're really not alone in all this. We have your back, and we're going to be with you and work with you through every step of the way as long as you still want us involved in that.
Okay. Thanks. I definitely wasn't looking forward to the two of you coming here today, but I'm really glad that you did.
I'm so glad that you had us over today. I'm sure Jeanette agrees with me. We were worried about you, and we're glad to see that you're safe and okay. This is not going to be the easiest process, let's be honest. But if we work together, Jeanette and I have the utmost faith that you and I and Jeanette can overcome this collaboration.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, and, remember what we said. Everything you tell us today is completely confidential. When I get back to the clinic, I'm going to call the adoption agency and try to set up a meeting for later this week, as soon as possible. In the meantime, we should also be thinking about prenatal care and just maybe setting up an appointment with a doctor to make sure that you're physically where you need to be for your pregnancy. And that may seem overwhelming, but that's something that me and Jeanette can definitely help you set up too.
Okay.
And at this point, you can expect a call from us tomorrow afternoon on some updates, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks
I'll
again.
talk to you then.
All right.